Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with my first project using the Scraptastic August kit. I did an unboxing for this probably about a week ago, and I will try to link that in the description box below. So if you missed that, make sure you go back and check that out. It's also on my channel, and I create playlists. So if you are interested in going to view any of my kit review series videos, make sure you go back and check that out. Like I said, I have the playlist, and I really try to update those on about a weekly or a bi-weekly basis, so they're pretty current. This is the first layout that I'm doing, as I mentioned, and it is a pocket page kit. So obviously I'm going to be using a project lifestyle page. Now, I may not do that for all of the projects that I do with this kit, but I am starting that way since that's what it is designed for. I am doing my normal using a 4x6 pockets, or in the 4x6 pockets using white based cards. If the card is not white, I will use a 4x6 card, just white piece of cardstock, and then mat the card on top of that. Just flipping through the different cards that came in the kit, trying to figure out what works, and just creating a base plan here. I flipped through all these when I did my unboxing for you guys, but this is the first time I'm truly looking at each of these cards, figuring out, okay, well, this goes with this looks nice with this, oh, I really like this, or I really don't like this. Whichever it is, I'm trying to just flip through and look at that type of thing. The colors in this kit include a wide range of colors. I would say you've got every color represented in this kit, and some of them go better with others than with each card than others do. So I'm just kind of playing off blues and pinks and reds. I truly wasn't thinking much about a color scheme. I was just trying to think about what looked good together, and these cards look good together to me. So this is kind of what I'm settling on. I decided to go ahead and use this card as my title card. I really like the diagonal across the middle of the card. I felt like it would be a really nice place to add my January label just right across there, and it fits perfectly. I'm just very lightly setting these down. I'm not really pushing them down. I'm just very lightly setting them on there. So if I have to remove them, I can, but I end up loving it. So there's no need to move it whatsoever. Now, if you watched my unboxing video, you'll know that I was not too thrilled with the customer service from this kit club, but I am going to make sure that I tell you I'm actually really enjoying the quality of the products in the kit. So, which is really unfortunate to me because I wish I loved the store itself. I just didn't have a very good experience with their customer service, and to me, I probably won't purchase a kit again if I don't like their customer service. But I think I would be, I feel, because I'm doing this kit review series, I'm sharing with you guys exactly what my thoughts are. I want you to know that I actually really do enjoy the product. Now that I've had it and I've worked with it, I'm really liking the product, actually. It just kind of irritates me that I don't like the company so much, but either way, the product is really nice. So if you are not necessarily wanting the kit to come extremely quickly, this might actually be a really good kit for you. I just didn't have a very good experience myself, but the quality of the products is really nice, and they're so cute. But anywho, I'll go into more of that. I don't want to clutter up this video with that type of thing, but I say all that to say the quality of these cards is really nice. One thing I have noticed, and you can see me trimming it up here, these cards are the same. Oh, actually, that wasn't the card I was trimming. You'll see me trim a little bit more when I get to the 3x4 pockets. The cards are actually a little bit taller than traditional Project Life cards, and just the very slightest bit skinnier. Now, I actually really like the skinnier piece because a lot of the Project Life page protectors need them to be a little bit skinnier than 3x4 cards are. But it's interesting to me that they're slightly taller. I end up trimming it down a little bit so it doesn't stick out behind another card if I were to use a regular Project Life card on the back side of the layout. But it's kind of interesting to me. Each company makes their cards slightly different, and that's to be expected because they're separate companies. But I just want you to know how they are in comparison to Project Life cards. Project Life cards are kind of the standard, I would say. So I'm just trimming off the edges so I can have that white base border, and I'll tell you a little bit about the photos. These are just some random photos from January of 2016. The photo on the bottom is of Kaylin getting some of his vaccines, and I'll read you the journaling when I get there. This Today card had a little square where you could put a photo or something, and then the right side had lines, and so I just trimmed down that photo of him to fit within that square, and it was actually the right size. Like, he was far enough away in the picture to be able to trim it down and still have his full body in the picture. Then I have this photo at the top on that fun card. These are some, it was in Kaylin's stocking at Christmas, but it's some Play-Doh like model. It's almost like what you would take clay and make little animals with, and it had a little instructional like card telling you, okay, will you roll, you take a little piece and make a tail, and then you create 3 dots to go on the, or spots to go on the dog, and create eyes for the cat. It was like a little instructional thing on how to make this little dog, this cat, and a little food bowl. So we did it together one afternoon, and I just took a picture of it and putting it on this card that says fun. Then this photo to the left, right under the January card of the house, we are starting a house search, and we absolutely love this house. I hope we end up purchasing this house or another model like it. But we love that house. We fell in love with it when we saw it, and we've been following the builder. So our plans are to get a house similar to this, or find something that may work a little bit better for our family, because you never know what might work out. But I wanted to include that because that was really a big part of our year this year, is looking at houses. Then I have this little tiny itty bitty photo, and I printed it so small because the color quality is not good. It's at the mall on an evening. It's just not the best photo, but it's of Kaylin sitting on this bench outside of a restaurant in the mall, and there's like a statue monkey there scratching his head, and so Kaylin's sitting there scratching his head too. It's just cute. He was posing like the monkey, so I put that on that cool kid card. Then we have this photo of us on the Old Gosh card, and the Old Gosh card was just a blank card, and so I just trimmed down the photo to fit right there. And this is a photo of us at the urgent care center. We all look incredibly happy, but that was Kaylin's first ear infection, and of course, you know how ear infections work. They get worse at night, and so you're like awake in the middle of the night. So the first thing in the morning, we went to the urgent care center, and this is us waiting to be seen. And then 2 more photos. We have the photo of the right, and that's of Kaylin and I playing Operation in his bedroom. He got Operation for either his birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. Both are in December. And then right under that is a picture of Kaylin and Ernest at his preschool. They do donuts for Dad in January because we are out of school by the time Father's Day comes around. So they do donuts with Dad in January. And this is a picture of Ernest wearing the little tie that Kaylin had made for him out of paper plates and construction paper, and them sitting next to each other eating donuts. And the look on Kaylin's face is so incredibly cute. Like, I know he's my child. I think he's cute, but this picture, I love it. So it, of course, had to go into Project Life. I'm using these Geotype rub-on sheets again. I'm so in love with these. If you've watched any of my recent videos, you've probably seen me use them. But I'm just writing day because I'm going to put Dad's Day, or Dad Day, right on this card. This card ended up being a little bit busier than I really intended it for it to be, but I think I really like it. It brought in a bit of that dark blue to this spread that wasn't necessarily necessary, I guess. Necessarily necessary. It wasn't necessary, but I felt like it played off the colors in the photo really well because Ernest is wearing his blue y shirt and Kaylin has a blue and white t-shirt on. And it just kind of fits with the whole dad theme, the navy blue. And I cut apart a card that said, "These little moments have my heart." And I just kind of put it to the side to cover up those banners that were on the card. And it kind of creates like a large tab under the photo. Moving on, I am adding some of the stamps to my stamp block here. I'm doing the little arrow, and it's like 2 pieces, so you can make that arrow as long or as short as you would like. I just made it big enough to be able to put my cork heart right here in the middle, and that's the heart that came out of the cork arrow that's on that bottom Dad Day card. I'm also pulling out 2 more stamps. There was one on the stamp set that said right here, right, and then another one that said right now. So I'm going to stamp that right next to January, and that's almost going to complete my title card. I'm going to pull out one small little chipboard star from the chipboard sheet here, and that's going to complete the title card. Now, almost, I think, let's see. I think every single product in this kit is exclusive to the kit. And I actually really like that. I explained this in the unboxing video, how originally when I started scrapbooking, I did not like having only exclusive products because my goal in kitting a kit was to be able to get a variety of products, and I wanted a variety of manufacturers as well. Now that I've been scrapbooking for a while and my stash has grown quite large, I actually really like the exclusive products because I am guaranteed to get new things that I don't already have in my stash. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I'm really liking the exclusive products right now. I really wanted one of these wood veneer words to work on that card that said cool kid, and I'm just adding a little bit of journaling that says posing with the monkey statue, and I just put that at the top of the card. Now, I have not really been putting my dimensional things inside my pockets here recently, so I'm putting it on the outside of the pocket. I figured out that it would be on which side of the pocket it would be, and I'm just putting that on the outside. Now I will have a still shot at the end of the video of this card and the one right next to it with a clock on it, because it's going to have a dimensional piece on the outside as well. So I'll put a still photo of that at the very end so you can see that just a little bit better. I decided to go ahead and put this wood veneer word that says make on this card that says fun, because obviously we're making these little Play-Doh animals, and I was doing a little bit of journaling and I didn't like the way that my handwriting looked. It was more so the pen. I felt like the pen was just not bold enough or whatever. So I'm writing it and it says, today Kaylin and I made Play-Doh animals. I'm just going to round the corners of that to make it a little bit just look like a label. And then I'll put a little bit of washi underneath, and this is some washi I had got from my Cocoa Daisy kit a few months ago. It's got that same peachy color as the title card here, where the darker part where the January is. Flying right through this layout, I actually felt like it took a little bit longer than it normally takes me to do my Project Life spreads. Now, Kaylin was in the room with me, so I was talking to him a little bit as well, and I get distracted very easily, like incredibly easy. So sometimes that makes me take a little bit longer in creating, but so I see people do process videos where they do one card at a time, and my brain cannot think like that. I have tried, and it's just not natural to me. What's natural to me is to have all of the cards laid out just like this, and then I work on them randomly. Like, I may finish one card, but I have to be able to see all of it together at once, and I have to be able to see, it doesn't necessarily have to coordinate, but I want to make sure that I don't have 3 pieces of cork all in one corner of the layout and none anywhere else. Like, I kind of want things distributed evenly across the page. It doesn't have to totally coordinate, but if I have certain elements distributed evenly, then it will look like it coordinates, even if they're totally different colors or something like that. So this view, I hope you guys can see the cards well enough, but this is the only way I could do Project Life. I have to do it overall. Like, I just can't do it card by card. It just doesn't work for me. I cut apart one of those little die cuts that came in the kit, and it said note, so I'm just going to put that over the picture, and it says oh gosh, and then it says a little tab that says note, and I am creating a small little banner to go up the bottom, and I'm just cutting a piece of scrap cardstock, and it's just going to say first ear infection. So I did this one and I didn't like the one, so I'm going to throw that away and do another one, and it's just going to say first ear infection with the sad face, just like I had mentioned. Actually, I'm sorry. I think I write it like 4 times because I was not happy with my handwriting or with the size of the banners or anything like that. So I think this is my winner one here that's going to work. Yes. And that finishes off that card. So I have like a few of the cards done, not all of them. And I keep trying to like reorganize and put them back in place so I can look at the whole thing going, okay, well, what needs what? Where am I at? What can I do? And I decided to go ahead and start working on this house card. And it's going to be fairly simple. I'm going to put one of these acrylic what do you call these things? Cameras on that card, but it's going to go on the outside of the page protector, and I'll do that in just a moment. First, I decided to work on this Today card, and I used the real life chipboard piece there, because what I'm saying in my journaling is gotta do what you gotta do. Time for shots. Daddy had to be the one to take Galen. Mama couldn't handle it, but he was a champ. And then I put no tears. He didn't cry at all. Now, I can't watch him get shots. Like when he was a baby, it was no big deal because we were going, you'd go every couple months. Now though, as a 5-year-old, I can't watch my child get a shot. Like I just can't handle it. I don't know. So Ernest takes him to get any shots that he needs to get. I don't mind taking him to the doctor, but the whole shots thing, I don't even like watching myself get shots. I just don't like it. So yeah, I have an issue with it. So that's a daddy thing. That's one thing Ernest handles for us. He goes with Galen to the doctor. And I'm just finishing off that card. Added a few stars, a cork one as well as a chipboard one. And I'm just going to add a little label here, and it's going to go under that camera. And if you saw, I put a different flare on that Cool Kid card. I was just kind of visualizing what that flare would look like since I had already put it on the page protector. So my journaling on the house photo just says, starting the search for a house to be our home. And I had put the U thing on the wrong side of the page protector, thinking I was so smart. Yeah, so I had to go back and fix that. And I'm just using some very small, like minuscule glue dots to go on the back of this flare, as well as the acrylic camera. And I've never really had any problems with those glue dots not sticking. They work very well, and if it falls off, it falls off. It's like not the end of the world. It still looks fine without it, but it should stick. There shouldn't be any issue with it. I think I am done with this layout, just doing a few little minor things, and then we're good to go. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Also go check out the blog post that coordinates with this if you would like to see a little bit more and see some still photos, and then stay tuned because I'll have more up for you guys soon. All right, hit that like button if you like this, and also subscribe if you are not a subscriber of my channel yet. All right, thanks guys. Bye.